start to move, get the blood flowing. My name's Rhoda. This is Fab and Fit over 40 and beyond. 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Let's keep moving. This is a lower body workout. If you are looking for a workout that does not involve squats for the lower body, I want you to click right there on that card. That's going to take you to a knee-safe lower body workout, okay? This workout is going to have squats and lunges. So if you need that option, click there and hop on over and do that workout. It's a brand new workout as well. Both of these are releasing on the same day. The rest of us, let's do some squats to warm up. Think about weight in your heels, driving that tailbone back while you keep your chest up. All right? So in other words, we're not coming over in a squat. We want to keep the weight out of these knees. And if you drive it through your heels, it's going to hit the muscles where we want without affecting those joints. If your joints hurt, if your knees hurt, you need to think about doing the other option, okay? Good, let's just do some soccer kicks here. Activate the inner thigh. I am using a bench and a band, both optional. Arms forward and back here. Bringing the heels up, get the front of the legs stretching. All of these exercises can be done on the floor without a band, without a bench. So you will see that that bench just adds a little something, but the exercise would be the same with or without the bench. Kicking out here, stretching out the back of the legs a little bit more. Let's go side to side. We're going to start, our first two are very familiar, squats and deadlifts to warm it up. Let's just take this to a curtsy, activate that glute. I'm using heavy weight today, lower body, we're really just holding them. So adding weight to our body weight. I'm going to start with my 20s for my squats. If you have heavier weights, you're more advanced, pick them up. Otherwise, use your lighter weights, that's fine. Weight is in your heels, shoulders are back, keep that chest up. Sitting back, drive through the heels, hips forward, squeeze the bum. Now, toes out a little bit. If you have heavier weight, again, that will help take it out of your knees. Think about really driving your entire weight through your heels as you go down and as you come up. A little different than our warm-up squats when you had the weight, right? Larger muscles up the lower body. Drive your heart rate up a little bit because they need oxygen and they're bigger than upper body. Good. If you're using heavy weights, go ahead and rest them. Keep your head above your heart because our heart rate does come up a little bit. So you don't want to be leaning over, putting your weights down and driving that blood into your head. Going into a deadlift. I'm going to stick with my heavier weight. Feet are right under the hips, driving the hips back. Weight grazes my legs all the way down, my chest stays up, back is flat, push through the heels, up, hips forward, squeeze the glutes. Warming up the back of the leg now. Finish strong, come on. And I'm going to finish this one because I started it. We're going to put those two moves together. So we're going to squat. So we're going to come down in our squat. From here, we're going to straighten our legs, bring the weight forward, pull it up, weight to the side. Squat, deadlift, up, just like that. You ready? I'm going to go sideways just so you can kind of follow me. Here we go. Squat, stay in the squat, straighten the legs, pull the weight up in front. Weight to the side, squat, straighten and bring the weight forward, drive through the heels up. Kind of like this combination. You really don't want to do it the other way because it kind of puts a little bit of strain on the knees more than I would like. Go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels pretty good. Now we're going to go to that straight leg from right here. Feels and rest. Excellent. All right. Alternating rear lunges. Don't worry, we're going to get to some more exciting things, but we need to get all of these muscles warmed up, especially if you're using heavy weights. So we're going to take the leg back. Back knee does the work. Bend the knee, push up, and then we'll go to the other side. Ready? Here we go. Get as low as you can. Drive through the hips. Right here. Shoulders are up. Looking straight ahead, not down. Abs are tight. Only go down as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe that's here. Maybe it's a little deeper. You can get to the floor and it doesn't bother your knees. Bring that back knee down. Really think about driving through that back toe, and that back knee does the work. One more on the other side. And rest. Excellent. Okay. Grab your bench. It's time to have some fun. I'm going to use my 10-pound weights. You're going to stand on your bench. One side, we're going to squat and stand. Rear lunge off the bench with your right leg. Ready? Squat and stand. Step back. Lunge it. Drive through that front foot. Step up. Squat and stand. Same leg. Good. Feel the move. Don't rush this. You can see you can do this on the floor. You can do a squat and step back to that rear lunge. All that's happening is you're just kind of taking that step up out at the end here, where we step back up onto the bench. Yeah, thank goodness, because my quad on this side, the step up leg, is burning. Of course, we have to do that on the other side. Catch your breath. Feel that heart rate? I love that. Means we're getting cardio work as well. Burning fat. Squat, stand, ready? Left leg back while we build this lean muscle. And you know, been with me, there's nothing more important than that. That's why we really do a lot of strength work on this channel for women over 40. You need to strength train. I know some of us, count me in, love my cardio, love to get all sweaty, but this work right here is what is going to keep your muscle mass, keep your metabolism up, and allow you to eat. So, even though we think we're doing that cardio and burning fat, that gives us permission to eat, we're only burning in that very short window. I'm going to move this. We're going to do some wide squats. And I think I'll go with my 15s. Nice and wide, toes out. Shoulders back. Take it down, up, and squeeze the glutes. So even though, we feel like, oh, we huffing and puffing, we soaked our shirt, right, doing our cardio, that's got to be good, and yes, it is. It's working a very important muscle, the most important muscle, your heart. As far as affecting your long-term metabolism, though, and your resting metabolism, it's really not doing a lot. Whereas this strength training, this lean muscle, it's going to look pretty, and it's going to eat fat, eat calories. This lean muscle requires more calories to exist. Fat, 3 or 4 calories supports fat all day long. Your lean muscles can be anywhere from 10 to 17 calories. We're going wide. We're going to pulse this 3 times. We're going to stand. We're going to bring our heels up and down, right? Pulse first. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Up on your toes and down. 3. So all you gotta do is do the math, right? You change 10 pounds of fat to 10 pounds of muscle, you just almost tripled the metabolism on those 10 pounds. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? But it is. Because if you add it up day after day, week after week, month after month, add it up for a whole year, there goes your weight gain. It didn't happen. because you have that lean muscle. You didn't have to continually like focus on the scale and what do I weigh, what am I going to do today to address that. If we can do the strength training, you'll be amazed at how much better you feel, how much more rested, how much easier it is to maintain your weight, bring stress down. I mean, there's so many things that happen when we work our bodies. They want to work. Okay, moving on to circuit number 2. We're going to alternate side lunges. In the side lunge, and bring your toe up. Come up, and then we'll go to the other side. I'm going a little light on this one. 10 pounds for me. You pick what works for you. Every day is different as well. You know, I might do this with a heavier or lighter weight on another day. Toe up, drive it up. Think about flat back, driving hips back. Bringing the toe up's a little much for you. Just keep the foot flat on the ground, like that. Uneven because I started on this side, but that's okay. We have more lunges coming. Side lunges, that is. All right, we are done with the rear lunges. Thank goodness, right? Okay, I'm going to go up to my 15s. We're going to take that deadlift and side lunge and put it together. So we'll step to your right. You're going to come up, and we'll deadlift. One side. Here we go. Think about your body position. Driving those hips back. Slight bend in the knees, keeping the foot down on this one. Not lifting the toe. Changing a little bit how we're hitting that inner thigh. You should feel that. Just keep that back flat right here and right here. Looking out, I don't know, 5 feet anyway, in front of my toes. Not looking down at my toes. Finish with your deadlift. And up. Yay. Okay. Work out your hands, especially if you're using heavy weight. And do that on the other side. Going in 5. Nice thing about these workouts, I get over quick, but we don't get a lot of rest. Here we go, side lunge. Give me that deadlift. Abs tight, pull the tummy in. Just noticed I wasn't. So a lot of times when I give those corrections, it's because I'm doing a body check and realizing my form's not perfect. It's a lot to think about, especially with strength work. And the heavier you lift, the form is what's going to keep you safe. So I know I rattle off these flat back, drive hips back, those sort of things over and over again. It's because we need to keep thinking about them over and over again. I'm going to finish this deadlift here. Good. All right. Going into some alternating curtsy lunges. Now we're coming into that outer glute. I'm going to lighten my weight again. It's alternating work. It's a little more balanced. Right leg's going to go back first. Go as deep as you can in this curtsy. Here we go. It's all about driving this toe way back, coming down and up. Bring it out. Toe back, down and up. Make that curtsy the most important part of this move. So in other words, we're not going curtsy and just kind of running through it like that. Toe is back, down, up while the chest is up. You should feel that. Warming up these curtsies. And rest. Okay. I'm going to put those curtsies together with squats. Isolating one side. I'm going to grab my 15s again. We'll go right leg back first. We'll curtsy. We'll come all the way up, plant the feet, do a squat, back into the curtsy. Right leg's doing the work on the curtsy. You ready? Here we go. And squat. Abs tight. You're lifting with heavier weight especially. Keeping that core nice and strong. through the entire move is going to support holding heavier weight. Want to make sure you're keeping that spine nice and strong. One more curtsy, let's do it. And let's do the squat, why not? What's one more rep, right? We are hammering away at these legs. When you're doing 30 minutes on one area of the body, it's a lot. It's good. That's why I'm throwing this at the end of this program, because we've been doing the strength work now all month. We're ready for this. Ready to go the other side? Your left leg back. Bring it up to your squat. Step it back, curtsy. Flip up. And squat, weight in those heels. Chest is up. Tailbone pushes back. I'll do one more curtsy, and you know what I'll end up doing? One more squat, but gotta finish it. There it is, good. All right, I'm gonna light my weights again. I'm gonna combine the lunges, side lunges, and the curtsy. So we're gonna step to a side lunge, come up, and then curtsy with the same leg, but it's a pulse. 3, 2, 1, up into your side lunge. So step to your right first, side lunge, come up, pulse the curtsy. 3, 2, 1, drive it up. And pulse. Yeah, one more side lunge. I'm not going to pulse. There's not enough time. Let's take the rest. Good work. Go to the other side. Then you get a rest. Go down to the mat. We're going to hammer hard on those glutes. It's going to be fun. Whew. Ready to go in 5? Catch your breath. Know that you get that rest. Right after this. Side lunge. Give me that pulse. Going, come on, 10 more seconds. Looks like we'll get this pulse and that one side lunge, just like on the other side. And up and rest. Great work. Let's set up for your mat work. We're going to use the bench if you have one. We're going to use a band if you have one. If you don't, you're still going to get plenty of work. I'm going to set up my bench. It's just for our first exercise. I take the band. Let's wrap it around, right above the knees, right there, okay? Come on down your mat, we're going into a glute bridge. And once we're up in the bridge, we're gonna push our knees out, pushing against that band if you have it. Feet on the floor, if you don't have a bench, you wanna get your bum as close to your heels as you can. Use your hands for support. Drive up, knees out, halfway down. If you're more advanced, stay up here. Don't come all the way to the floor. If you're just starting out, that little tap down here gives you a little added rest. It will help you get through this, because this is intense. But it is worth it. As we get older, the months just fly by, don't they? And summer is right around the corner. Even if it's the middle of winter, before you know it, you're going to want these glutes to look good. And rest, excellent. I'm going to move my bench out of my way. We're coming over hands and knees. We're going to start with a hydrant. Your band stays where it's at. Put your hands right under your shoulders. Knee stays bent. You're going to push against that band and down, or do it without the band, lift higher. So with the band, you have resistance here. If you don't have the band, you can come up as far as a 90-degree there. Just keep the hips square so they stay facing your mat. You're not lifting a hip, all right? That's important. That's how we make sure we're hitting the glutes in the right place. And right here, you should feel it. The outer part of your bum down into the upper leg. Whether you have a band or not, I know that's burning. All right, so we were lifting on the front leg. On the back leg, put the band right under your knee if you have a band so that it holds it in place while we donkey kick. So we're keeping the leg bent again, coming up to the back, keeping the hips square, and hitting that glute right from the rear. Here we go. Kick it up. Feel that. There can be a tendency to arch your back here. Think about flat back. Make this be very focused in that glute, and it's not your standing leg, but your kneeling leg is supporting this and resisting against this. So you might feel a lot of activity in that leg as well. And the rest. All right, we're going to put those together so you can keep the knee on the band. We're going to do a hydrant if you have the band. Come down, and then we're going to pulse. 3, 2, 1. Back to your hydrant. Sounds fun, right? Don't worry, we're done on this leg after this. And we'll switch to the other side. Whew, deep breath. And we are on the clock. Here we go. Hydrant to the side. Pulse to the back. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee down. Side. And pulse. Good. Try and keep your body still right here. I was kind of leaning away from this, taking the work out of the glute, trying to help it. Our brain will do that. We'll say, what can we do with our body position to make this a little easier? We want to keep our body very still and have this be all leg movement, hip movement right there. Can I say I want it to beat? And thank goodness it just did. All right, roll out your wrist. If your wrists get tired doing this kind of thing, you can hold on to dumbbells. Just kind of neutralize your wrist. So I'm going to turn the other direction so you kind of keep track of reps here. We're going to that hydrant, just the hydrant, other leg. Lift. You don't have to turn, of course. Stay where you're at. Are tight. I'm holding them nice and tight, keeping my hip from lifting too much here, trying to keep my body nice and straight. And I'm puffing and puffing a little bit here. How about you? You'll have to leave me comments. Did this get your heart rate up? Did you feel the burn? If you say no, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say to that because I am feeling such a burn. Woo! And rest. Good. All right, so under the knee that wasn't moving, just to hold this band in place, okay, for these donkey kicks to the back. Deep breath. If you truly can say you're not burning right now, I'm really impressed. Ready? Donkey kick. I mean, I'm sure there are some of you that are much stronger than me, which good for you, that's awesome. You know, this is not a competition. It is so fun to see women get nice and strong. But if you're not burning through this, you need a tighter band. Or if you're doing this without a band and you're not feeling a burn, it's time to pick up a box of bands. You can go to Walmart and get a box of bands. They're not expensive. Dumbbells are expensive nowadays, but bands are still relatively inexpensive. You can get a box for like $12 and, you know, 3. Easy, medium, and hard, and rest. All right, that combination, we're going to hydrant to the side, pulse 3 to the back. Yeah, if you're not feeling the burn, that's the next step for you. That's the progression. And if you are using a band and you're feeling the burn, you're not feeling the burn, I should say, try a tighter band. All right, ready? Hydrant. Pulse it. 3, 2, 1. We're tired. Think about your body position. Keeping the body still. Glutes are doing a lot of work here. That's what we want. There, come on. And rest. All right, we're going to take the band off for our last exercise. So quick transition here, 20 seconds to get this band off our legs. And we're going to do a face forward lay on the mat. So bring your tummy down. Quick transition here. Feet are together, knees are out like a frog. Just like this. You're going to lift your hips. Lift. And down. Try and keep your heels together. This I saw about a year ago and I said, well, that's interesting. And then I did it and I said, gosh, why didn't I think of that? This is hammering home the glutes, the entire glute muscles. Can you feel it? After all the work we just did, that final circuit was all glute focused, outer thigh focused. Which are your glutes? That lead into that area. Feel this? I love this move. When I did it the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Hard, but fantastic. Whew. All right, nice job. Let's come up hands and knees. Get a little sweaty imprint there around your back. Who says you can't sweat doing strength work, especially lower body? All right, let's completely arch this. Just kind of waking up and opening up the core around the back. It really does support these moves. How many times did I say tummy tight, right? Reverse this again. And good. Now let's bring our toes together, knees out. I'm going to rock back here into a child's pose. I want you to focus on your inner thighs. They supported a lot of the movements here today. Just want to stretch them out. Those side lunges especially. When we change the foot position with the toe up and then the foot flat, we really targeted this area from a couple different angles. So stretching it out. Good. Let's bring it on down. Again, you can rest your hands, your forehead on your hand, bend a knee, grab a foot if you can, back of your sneaker, sock, back of a pant leg. If it's not accessible to you and you're just bending the knee, that's okay. Drive your hip into the mat. You're going to feel that activate the front of the leg. You'll get a stretch. And as you exercise and do this flexibility work and do those stretches on Friday, it is really important to do these stretches that I put out. Other side, you'll be able to grab that foot in no time. Let's roll this on over. And bring the knees in, rock back and forth, massaging that lower back, massaging out those deadlifts. It's really important to do that type of work, the deadlifts, because it does strengthen the lower back. Put your foot down, leg up, it's getting the back of the legs, but it's also getting that lower back. And how many people do we know that have, chronic lower back pain? And there are two types. I mean, one can be from, muscles strain, and the other can be, structural with your spine. There's not a lot that rolling that out will do, but if it's muscular, because your muscles aren't strong, it can be really painful. Bring this knee in, lay the other leg down. We're going to bring this leg across, and then I want you to extend it out. I want you to feel a deep, deep stretch in the glute. Put a little pressure on the knee if you can, and let the shoulders lay towards the mat. Don't roll with this, in other words. By leaving that shoulder towards the mat, you're just increasing the stretch through the core, into the glute, and into that hamstring. Great work. Okay, let's come on your back. I want you to straighten out your spine. So arms over your head, kick your legs out, flex your feet. Just letting the blood flow, letting the spine get aligned after that twist. And bring the knee in and leg up. I learned a lot about how twisting motion is really good for your endocrine system, which is all the organs that produce hormones, and the glands that are in your torso. So I do love the twist, but we have to align the spine before we go to the other side. All right, bring this knee in, lay this leg down, give this a little room, bring this across, and extend. Hopefully you're not hitting a wall or a fireplace like I am, but do as much as you can to really kind of get into that glute, and dropping the shoulder will help. That feels pretty intense, even though I'm not extending my leg too much. Perfect. All right, let's go. Hands overhead. Kick the legs out. Reach high overhead. Take a deep breath. Roll to your roll to your right. And come up. You want to keep your left side higher. I haven't mentioned that in a while. Crisscross here. When you roll right, your heart is more on the left side of your chest cavity. So it keeps the heart on top, especially if your heart rate's still up. Let's twist here. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let's go to the other side. And come forward. Ear to shoulder. Stretching out the neck. Holding those weights for the last 30 minutes. Great job, ladies. That's a hard workout. Lower body workouts are tough, but they are fun. Let's go to the other side. At least I think they're fun, I know. Some of you are going, yeah, your idea of fun, not my idea of fun. I get it. Head up, drop your head. Just let it hang, move it around a little bit, get a little blood flowing into the neck, and then bring the head up. Give you a big smile, and congratulations, you did it. Whether you loved it or not, you're here at the end. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you have not. Leave me comments. I love to hear about how you're doing. Have a great day.